That's an incredible piano. Hi, I'm Sam here at Rick Jones Pianos with a really beautiful Kawai model GS-30 built in Hamamatsu, Japan in 1985. It was designed and first manufactured in 1979 as Kawai's answer to the upscale Yamaha C series, specifically the C3, which is the same size as this piano. It's a 6'1" grand. It was meant to be an upgrade over Kawai's own KG3 6' grand piano, as was the Yamaha's own C3 meant to be an upgrade over their existing G3, which was more of just a basic model. And like the C3, the GS-30 and the GS series in general was designed to have a richer tone, wider dynamic range, slightly more subtle, responsive touch, still made to the same quality control standards as the rest of Kawai pianos, but just with a more premium musical feel. And when properly regulated and prepared, as we've done with this piano and everything else in our inventory, these pianos can really turn out quite nice, and this one has probably been the best GS-30 I've played in quite a long time. I already like this model. Mr. Jones recommended that I do this video specifically because he knew I'd like it, and holy crap, it's a really nice piano. I'm very happy with the way it turned out. And if I didn't have a piano already at home, I wouldn't mind practicing on this every day. Really, really nice piano. It has many of the musical characteristics you would expect of a Kawai, so it has that more warm, rounded sound compared to what is typically known as the more angular sound of a Yamaha. And a lot of that comes down to the scale design of the piano, the way the cast iron plate bridges soundboard strings are arranged. The thing with the Kawai GS series, though, is that they designed it to have a bit more tonal projection and a wider dynamic range to match the Yamaha C3, and so it's a little brighter, maybe, than you would expect the typical Kawai to be. This does have a bolder, more brilliant sound, but if you want to play softly, the piano can do that for you too. So it has an exceptionally wide dynamic range. For the tone rating, that works out to be a 5 on a scale from 1 to 10, neither too bright nor too mellow, but do note that if you want to go brighter or more mellow, the piano can deliver that for you if you play louder or softer, and it's really, well, it brings me to the touch. It's super smooth, super responsive, not as firm as other Kawai grands I've played. It's not an easy touch. Kawai grands, in my opinion, do not tend to be easy to the touch. They tend more often than not to have more than average amount of resistance in the keys. That's just how Kawai makes their grand pianos. And so that makes them, on average, harder to the touch than Yamaha grands. And I know for those who prefer a light touch, including myself actually, sometimes Kawai grands can be a little bit too hard. As wonderful as they are, for those who just prefer a light touch, sometimes there's too much resistance in the keys. This one does not strike me that way. I felt very comfortable playing this piano. But it's not an easy touch either, it's just neutral. So it'll be a 5 on a scale from 1 to 10, from light to firm. Just very agreeable, very smooth and responsive and even across the keyboard. I'm quite proud of the work my colleagues have been able to do on this piano to bring it back to a like-new condition with our regulation process. Really just a very satisfying piano to play, and so if you're looking for a very capable 6' grand, and especially if you already like Kawai, if you have an upright, for example, or a smaller baby grand Kawai, I think you'll find this to be a substantial upgrade. And, well, that brings me to our store policies. This piano, like everything else we sell, does have a 10-year warranty, all parts and labor. Please make sure to have it in tune twice a year, of course, by a professional technician, and to keep it away from extremes of humidity. And if you wish, in the future, you could trade this in for another piano of a higher price and get exactly the instrument sales price in trade toward the next piano from us. A lot of teachers recommend our store specifically. They want their students who are just maybe beginning to start on an upright piano, like a Yamaha Kawai. Those are very popular recommendations. And it is to get better, then they recommend a grand piano to a student, at least a baby grand. And if you already have a piano from us like that, and you've taken good care of it, like I've said, you could certainly come to our store and trade up for this piano, and it would, as I said, it's going to be a very substantial upgrade from even the baby grand. I think this piano, I didn't play so much of the bass, but it's very, a lot of power, a lot of piano, I think, even for its size. It's a very satisfying piano to play, and certainly blows away in the upright I've ever played. And as I said, you can trade this in later on if you want, but rest assured, as long as you take good care of this piano, regular tuning twice a year and stable moderate humidity, you can expect a long musical life ahead of this piano. Kawais are workhorses. They're designed to be played in heavy situations, especially the GS series, which was meant for more advanced, for a teacher's piano, especially with classical music, and many teachers do have these pianos. And they're also easy to service for us technicians. They are, in my opinion, very thoughtfully designed, like their competitor, Yamaha, so that they're very easy for us to take apart, and it's very easy for us to get to all the screws and adjustment knobs in order to get the regulation exactly as it should be. So it's a very friendly piano for the technician to service, and if there is a problem in the future, there's a good chance that the technician won't have too much of a problem fixing it under warranty. So you can, I would encourage you to keep this piano and enjoy it for as long as you play piano. It certainly will be up for the task. I don't think you'll easily find another piano in their inventory that's going to be substantially nicer than this, as nice as this piano is, unless you go with a substantially larger piano. I would certainly be happy playing this piano for a very long time. Nonetheless, the option is available for you to take if you want to in the future. So, super nice piano. And one more thing, because this is more of a premium piano, we will be including an adjustable bench. No sheet music storage. Instead, these mechanisms on the underside allow the seat to be adjusted up and down with these knobs. So it's especially good if you're a family of pianists who have different statures and you want to be at just the right height in front of the piano. You can adjust the seat to get your right leverage. So, super nice piano. Please stop by and try it out for yourself in person if you can. If you can't make it, you can always give us a phone call or send us an email if you have any questions, but we do hope to see you here if you can.